Hi, we're with Peter and Midnight Madness.
Nice.
Okay.
Right?
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.
All right.
Hi, it's Robert Mitchell, and I'm here at the 2018 Toronto International Film Festival. I'm here at Midnight Madness for the premiere of The Wind. So I was wondering, could you describe the picture, The Wind?
Well, it is a horror western film set in the late 1800s and following one woman's descent into madness and suspicions of something supernatural in the environment around her. So I think it should be a fun ride for everyone. Yeah.
Could you tell me where you came up with the idea to write this film?
I'm actually from Missouri and Kansas area, and something the older women talked about was how back in the day women used to go crazy on the plains, and I mean, as soon as I heard that, I was hooked. I was like, tell me more, I need to know everything about this. And so it was just a lot of research, and that was about 10 years ago, and so it's just been through many different iterations, and it came to this, and now it's this. That's amazing.
Could you tell me who you're playing in the film?
Yes, I'm playing Lizzie Macklin, and I lose my mind on the prairie. Have fun. Enjoy.
Sounds like a perfect midnight movie.
It is.
When you read Teresa's script, what connected you to the story, and you're like, I would like to make this picture?
I think the characters were so well developed, and specifically the lead, the character of Lizzie, was so relatable, and it's a period piece, and that just felt like an incredible combination. But it's a really, even though it's a horror, even though it's a genre film, the root of it is like such a wonderful human story, and I think I just felt really connected to it, and I think cast members that read it felt connected to it, and the art department and our cinematographer and all the creatives and heads of department. So everyone really put their all into it, because I think we felt the human story resonate on a really deep level.
It sounds like you had a really great team on this. Could you tell me the character you're playing in the picture?
I'm playing a character named Emma. She's a rich girl who married the guy who she thought was the love of her life, and he takes her to the frontier away from her family, and turns out he's useless on the prairie. He doesn't know how to do anything. She starts feeling terrorized and haunted, and she starts having psychological problems. She gets pregnant right away, and she has a really hard time on the prairie.
Sound in these kind of pictures is crucially important to a cinematic story. Could you talk about what you wanted to achieve with sound design?
Yeah, well, first off, our film is named after a sound, so it's an element, but it is also a sound. So there were already high stakes for the sound design going into it. We shot in New Mexico, and there was literally wind whipping around all the time on set, which was inspiring and maddening and great. In the sound design, I think the trick was to incorporate the natural elements in a really dynamic way, but that also felt fresh, and also invent new sounds and design that felt like we were bringing something demonic into the framework, and silence was also as important as volume. So that was a really fun thing to play with, the tension between the two.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of research did you do to prepare to play this character?
I read a lot of books. So I read books by Joanna L. Stratton about women on the prairie. I read a lot of books by Willa Cather. She's a novelist. I would listen to her before I would go to bed. I read about children on the frontier. I'm German, so I did a lot of history on German pioneers who had come out west. Research is sort of my favorite part of it, and then some other geeky acting stuff that I'm not going to bore you with.
That's cool. I like hearing about the process.
For a psychological state like this, I went into a lot of body work, so sort of like where your trauma lives in your body. I incorporated it in dance. I'm such a dork. It's going to sound so crazy. It was a very nonlinear script, so I created a dance for the whole movie so that in the moment I could find where I was based on the move. And that would just take me anywhere, because one minute we're that scene, the next minute we're in that scene, and then I had an incredible cast, so they did a lot.
What was it like to collaborate with Emma on this picture?
She is incredible. She was so, from the moment we met, I was like, she is thinking through everything and so respectful of these women and so respectful of the script, and it was just I couldn't ask for a better first director to work with and for a first film. I'm in awe of her. She's amazing.
It sounds like an intense role. How did you prepare for to play Emma?
It was all in the script. The script is super good. My co-stars are amazing. Our director was really specific, and we were in the middle of nowhere, so it was really helpful.
How do you feel like you've grown as an actor after going through this experience?
I think a period piece is so interesting because it's specific. I mean, the outfits help a lot. The gloves, the fact that you hold yourself differently, the fact that we speak differently back then, that helps.
And it is a Western horror hybrid, and then New Mexico is so picturesque. And what did you and Lynn want to achieve visually?
Oh man, I think we were pulling references from a lot of classic cinema moments. I think once we got to New Mexico, we were using anamorphic lenses. The landscapes were breathtaking, and the vastness of the wide open space also felt like the claustrophobia that we needed to capture in terms of our characters' emotional states manifesting, again, kind of these demonic frameworks. So I think the skyline and the horizons meeting were constantly drawing our attention, and then we were just really trying to do like long locked off shots and working within that framework. So again, with a landscape like New Mexico, and the light is so incredible, we just had so much to work with. That was amazing.
What was it like to collaborate with Emma?
It was incredible. She is truly a grounded force. Set is very chaotic, and it's nice to have someone who can be the ground to stand on, that you can trust, that you can go and explore choices and directions, and you have someone there to sort of guide you through it. It's very hard to find someone like that you can trust, and it was a really beautiful relationship.
And what kind of cinematic experience do you think awaits the audience?
Oh, that's a really good question. We just very recently finished it, and this is the first time I'm seeing it with an audience, so I hope it is a fun ride. I hope it is an emotional ride. I think you go through a lot with the characters within 90 minutes, and hopefully they'll feel a bit of a release at the end. But I think cinematic experience-wise, I hope that they feel a lot and all walk out with different takes on it, to be honest. So I'm curious to hear what they think.